This is the fourth step in our van build, wall paneling. From a design perspective, we decided to go with beadboard for the paneling in the van, mostly because it's what I really like visually, but it also gave us some flexibility with temperature swings because we decided to go with masonite versus wood. So we won't have to deal with like the expansion and contraction that comes with wood. We went with a slightly wider beadboard option. You'll see it's about this big here. Because in a really confined space, a busy pattern can be just kind of overwhelming, and this, now that it's up, looks really great and it's not too much. We also chose to go with the primed version instead of the unfinished because we both hate painting so much. We're actually not even gonna paint it, we're just gonna leave it primed. And we spent some time while we were building just working on not dinging it up for that reason. Cost-wise, the primed versus the unfinished really wasn't that big of a difference. We're really happy with how it came out.
So that piece will be 55 inches long. We'll cut it to 24 and scribe from there. So I stuck a piece of extra foam underneath, just as a sacrificial layer, so we can make circular saw cuts and not have to worry about hitting the sawhorses. So I'm measuring how far over the blade is from the edge of the saw, so I know where to set the fence in relationship to the line. So 1.5 inches. And to avoid scratching the material, I'm going to put a little bit of masking tape on the bottom of the saw so the steel plate isn't rubbing against the painted wood surface. I need to cut about 1/8 of an inch off one side.
Okay. Does it fit?
It fits! It fits!
It fits, it fits.
So these are just some regular sheet metal screws that I stuck into a piece of cardboard and spray painted so the heads are white.
Is there a reason you didn't use flat-headed screws?
Is that Phillips?
No, like the tops of them are rounded.
They're pan head.
Yeah. Is there a reason you didn't use like ones that would sit flush?
Countersink? Those are hard to find in these are special sheet metal screws.
Okay.
So those are kind of hard to find in that flavor. So one thing that we decided to do was attach the paneling directly to the ribs, on the metal ribs into the van, rather than a furring strip. We did that to maximize the bed length, because I am 6 feet and the bed as it sits right now is 6 feet and 1 inch. So this rib is not continuous, so because there's these foam pockets here in the middle. So we'll want a couple screws to land here, 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 and possibly one more up here. Because I won't be able to see the rib after I put the board on, I'm going to transfer those mark locations over.
Okay, go ahead.
So I transferred the measurements from the rib, where I want the holes to go to the tape measure, just some temporary marks. And then I transferred them to the board, so I would know where to pre-drill.
thing. How did you get it in there and then I can't get it out? There you go.
So installing this paneling was time consuming but pretty straightforward. I had to take this out, in and out about 10 times between cutting around the ribs here at the bottom and clearance here and clearance at the front. And because the van is a mirror image from this side to the other side, I made a cardboard template of this profile back here. So I could just flip it and use it on the other side and save myself a whole bunch of time. So when you're drilling your holes, you don't want the metal chuck to hit the finished wood. Take a little piece of the cardboard, shove it over the end of the drill bit, so when you come through your hole, it's going to hit the cardboard and not the metal chuck.